presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. I've got Tim Legler and Grant Hill at the table with me, and Ali LaForce covering us courtside. Quite a few injuries here between the two teams. 5 players out tonight.
Hey, 5 players scratched from the game. If you're one of the healthy players, you're going to get all the opportunities you can imagine.
A look at the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Dort and Holmgren make up the forwards. SGA and Wallace are the backcourt. And it's Hartenstein in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Atlanta, Rizichet at the 3, Johnson at the 4. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, down low. Facing off in this one, we've got two teams that preach player movement and ball movement legs.
Oh, that's right, and you could tell that by the assist numbers. The ball is really hopping, smart, unselfish basketball, a lot of player movement off ball as well, forcing those defenses to chase them.
What's that old saying? The ball brings energy.
It certainly does.
Here's Alexander Walker from outside, off the mark. Wallace outside. Pass to SGA. Holmgren outside. The 3. Rebounded by Daniels. Outside Rizichet. The 3 is up. Hartenstein pulls it in. And SGA has got the ball here for the Thunder. Dort outside to the paint. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. Our first topic of conversation, of course, facing Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He told me SGA is so hard to game plan for. He has incredible length for a point. He's too big for a guard, too quick for a wing. We have our work cut out for us. PA, back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. 5 on the clock. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks, guys. No doubt that a healthy Kristaps Porzingis is still a unicorn for what he can bring to a team. When Atlanta pulled the trigger to bring him in, they envisioned him stretching the floor, and Porzingis has opened up about recovering from the illness that sidelined him during the 2025 NBA playoffs. Guys, the Hawks are hoping he can be the player that helps get them back into the postseason. Their entire 2025-26 regular season hinges on KP.
He's a big factor. All right, Shams, thanks for the update. First one falls for him. And Tim, to have the success that SGA has had, is there something different to his approach?
Well, BA, I just think he's so shifty, so quick in changing directions, and he can decelerate once he gets into the paint. That change of pace makes it very difficult to stop, and it's the reason he's the perennial league leader in drives to the rim.
Shout out Canada too, eh?
Of the North.
Now here's Alexander Walker to halt the run. And he can't get that one. Good D by SGA. Pass to Dort. He shoots it. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Here's Daniels. Fires for 3. And Atlanta misses again. An 8-point differential. And here's Holmgren. Wallace outside. Screen by Holmgren. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires from the wing. And it falls all over the rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Okongwu's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis.
Now to the lineup for your Hawks, number 17, Onyeka Okongwu.
Atlanta with the ball. Nothing up yet on the scoreboard for him. And there's the whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. Here's Alexander Walker to end the cold spell.
The sweat that Gilgeous-Alexander puts in on defense does everything he can to trip you up.
Kicks it out to Holmgren. On the break. That one is off. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low. Here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
Something's off about him this quarter.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
Hartenstein a screen. Here's SGA. Good D by Okongwu.
Wow, you got to commend the defensive effort right there. It really made a difference.
Now here's Wallace, covered by Daniels. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Gets stolen by Johnson. Pass to Shai to the middle. Here's Okongwu. The Thunder with the rebound. A minute 37 left in the first. Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster. It is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, B.A. Guys who are going to make the right play, defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they've built something special in OKC, piece by piece.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Porzingis is checked in for the Hawks. Wallace comes in for Alexander Walker. Caruso, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Mitchell comes in for Wallace. We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter of the game. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Chet Holmgren talked about how he succeeds in spite of his slender three. He said, "You can't be afraid of contact. I'll continue to use my strengths out there, my length, being slippery, playing hard, and try to get better at my weaknesses too throughout my career. That will leave me in a good spot." Back to you, Brian.
The sky is the limit for him. All right, Allie, thank you. Joe's checked in for Oklahoma City. Okongwu, no good. Here are the Thunder with the ball. Right now on a 14-0 run. Joe, the pass to Mitchell. Now here's Caruso. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. That one's good. Mitchell making the play.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Wallace with it. He's against Hartenstein. Deflected. Caruso outside. Pass to Hartenstein. The three from Holmgren. The rebound by the Hawks. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Here's Hartenstein. Pass to Joe. Jacks up a three. His shot comes out. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Thunder out in front, leading by 17. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
And how about the work they've done inside, just owning the paint so far?
And Legs, one thing we're seeing more of these days, head coaches who weren't necessarily high-profile guys coming in.
Well, I do think when you walk into a locker room having played before, there is a level of credibility that's automatically there. But in the age of analytics, it's probably less important that a head coach be a former NBA player.
On the court for the Thunder, they've got Alex Caruso. Williams is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Isaiah Joe, and it's Mitchell in at point guard. 6 on the shot clock. Wiggins outside. Here's Houston from behind the arc. Williams grabs the board.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Outside Joe. Here's the three. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Good decision-making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Pass to Newell, and here's Kennard. The three. It doesn't go for him.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a three at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
And it's Mitchell, the miss.
Defense did just enough to force that miss.